All right, here we go. Amherst and Twinsburg coming down in 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, folks, and welcome out to Berea, Ohio. We are here at the Roehm Athletic Complex. Rakanushi and Nick Hershey with you for today's Division II Regional Semifinal, where it will be the Amherst Comets and the Twinsburg Tigers right here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Again, I'm Rakanushi. He is Nick Hershey. And before we go any further, Hersh, let's thank our sponsors, as today's contest is brought to you by a host of folks that we really appreciate hopping on board, not just this postseason, but all season long. And let's start with your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. They are your pregame sponsor today, albeit in abbreviated pregame here, Hirsch. Network Land Title Agency, providing real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. And by Eco Tree Services, they are your complete tree care company, as well, a very abbreviated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco pregame show here,
Indeed,
Hirsch.
yeah.
As we are all set for first pitch, as that'll be made at about 2:01. Temperatures, what, upper 70s, I believe?
I would say
is where
so.
we're at, Hirsch. I don't have the weather app in front of me.
I know the high was about 81 today, so maybe we're in the high 70s or we're close to the 80s.
There we go. We'll certainly take that here on a Wednesday afternoon, as Karina Schuster's first pitch to Taylor Dye is in there. That one misses downstairs to Taylor, as we will get you our starting lineups here shortly, brought to you by Network Land Title Agency. Again, they provide real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. Here's Schuster's pitch to Dye. That one lifted high and foul out of play, first base side. So Dye will stay in there.
Judging by that one, I'm glad I parked my car near the curb.
Yeah, different setup here in Berea than what we are normally accustomed to. As that 2-1 pitch in there for a called strike count evens up at 2-2. Dye hitting .441 this season. Twinsburg head coach Ken Riley, very complimentary of his leadoff center fielder when I spoke with him on the phone earlier this morning. Here's the 2-2. That one swung on and missed. Dye set down on strikes. And that is a Lorain County Community College strikeout, LCCC real education for good jobs. And that'll bring in Gabby Rivera, the sophomore first baseman, as she bats here with one down and nobody on. Rivera, a .315 hitter in the regular season for Twinsburg. First pitch to her misses outside for a ball. Numbers on Karina Schuster this year, 17-7 with a .217 ERA. 223 strikeouts, hers to just 49 walks. Incredibly efficient when she takes the circle for the Comets.
Yes.
As that one's in there for a strike.
And, I mean, you can just mow through this lineup if she's as efficient as she always is.
Mowed through Midview in a game that I called earlier this year for Amherst over at their place. Count moves to 2-1 as that pitch misses. Again, we'll get you the rest of this Network Land Title Agency starting lineup here shortly, both offensively for Twinsburg and then the Comet defense behind Karina as well, as that 2-1 pitch is fouled straight back. Count evens up at 2-2. Kenzie Sweeney, the senior shortstop, is on deck, batting third for Twinsburg. Riley Velikin, senior third baseman, bats fourth. Allie Gernak, a senior designated player, will be fifth. The catcher is a junior, Sophie Galuppi, batting sixth. Ava Basil, senior pitcher, bats seventh. We'll get you 8 and 9 here in a second. As that 2-2 is in there. Strike three called. Karina Schuster, another punch out for her. Back-to-back punch outs to start this ball game, both brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Batting eighth today for Twinsburg, it'll be senior second baseman Rory McConney, with senior right fielder Kayla Salura batting ninth, as now it is senior shortstop Kenzie Sweeney's turn. Schuster into the wind. Her pitch, breaking ball, skips across the plate for a ball. 1-0. Defense behind Schuster. It's Morgan Leimer behind the plate. Alexis Fenton at third. Leah Spriggs at short. McKenna Dorbeck at second with Kayla Rhodes at first. And in the outfield, it's Samantha Pearch in left. Sienna Redmond in center. Brianna Blankenship in right. That 1-0 pitch misses to Kenzie Sweeney. Count moves to 2-0 now. Kenzie, a .484 average throughout the regular season. Very impressive offensive numbers for Twinsburg. Here's the 2-0 from Karina. That one hit to her. It's off of her glove. She recovers. Can she make the play in time? She sure can, Nick Hershey. What a play out there. Karina Schuster to Kayla Rhodes in time to get the speedy Sweeney.
Not how you start, it's how you finish. Got the bobble, picked it up, and fired over to first. Got the out.
Heck of a play there by Karina, and we will head to the bottom of the first. Our score, 0-0. Comets getting set for their first at-bats right after this timeout.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
Back here at the Roehm Athletic Complex at Berea Mid-Park High School, home of the Titans, in the site for this afternoon's Division II Regional Semifinal. It is Amherst and Twinsburg, as we'll get you some more of those Network Land Title Agency starting lineups here, as they provide real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. For Twinsburg on the circle today, it will be Ava Basil, number 2, a senior. A righty, numbers on her, 14-5 this season in 117 innings of work, a 2.74 ERA, 187 strikeouts, just 45 walks, as she gets set to take on what is a very impressive offensive Comet lineup that'll look like this today for head coach Lacey Reichert. It's Brianna Blankenship, junior right fielder, leading things off. Sienna Redman, a freshman, bats second. She'll be in center field defensively. Batting third, it's senior shortstop Leah Sprague. In the cleanup spot, senior second baseman McKenna Dorabik. The pitcher, that's junior Karina Schuster. She'll bat fifth today for the Comets. Freshman catcher Morgan Limer will bat sixth. In the seventh spot, it's junior first baseman Kayla Rhodes, with Samantha Pierce, in left field, a sophomore batting eighth, and Alexis Fenton, a freshman third baseman, will bat ninth, again for head coach Lacey Reichert, as they're right back here in a regional semifinal after falling in this round to Perry 5-1 just 1 year ago. Their district title appearance last time around was their 10th straight district title game appearance. They haven't won all of them, but they're on to the Sweet 16 now for the 4th time in just 6 seasons. So very impressive last couple of years for Lacey Reichert and her Comets.
The model of consistency right there for the Comets.
No question. So here's Blankenship stepping in against Ava Basil, the righty for Twinsburg, who fires a ball inside to Blankenship. Count 1-0. Brianna this year a 286 hitter, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, and a couple of extra base hits to her credit. Basil, her 1-0 is chopped foul, straight back, count evens up at 1-1.
This Comets offense is looking to provide Schuster with some run support after Schuster went through the opening of the Tigers lineup very quickly.
And they've done so more often than not, obviously, Hurst. That's why they're here in the regional semi. But a couple of weeks ago, before that Midview game that we had a couple of weeks ago, head coach Reichert was telling me they haven't quite had the level of consistency offensively that she may have hoped for at the start of the year, as that one moves upstairs to Blankenship count, now 2-1. A lot of strikeouts in some timely hitting situations, maybe too many for Coach Reichert's liking throughout the regular season, but they're playing well now as Blankenship ropes that one foul right over head coach Lacey Reichert's head down the left field line, so the count will even up at 2-2. For Twinsburg, again, under second-year head coach Ken Riley. Hurst, this is their first regional appearance ever, so kind of a tale of two sides. Amherst, they've been here plenty of times, and for these Twinsburg Tigers, first time out.
Yeah, and I mean, it can be daunting to play a team like this, but you really don't have any expectations for yourself.
Blankenship rolls that one slowly to the shortstop. Gloves it, throw to first, not in time. Kenzie Sweeney did her best to charge it, but Blankenship, too much speed burning down that first base line. Hurst, so Blankenship gets the afternoon started with a infield single for the Comets, and that brings up freshman center fielder Sienna Redman, wearing number 24 for the Comets. Amherst in those white tops with the green bottoms today. Twinsburg gray tops with the blue bottoms.
And that one base runner could be all it needs to spark a big inning here for Amherst. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Redman, big swing and a miss on that first pitch upstairs. Strike one. Again, Rakanushi, Nick Hershey with you here at Roehm Athletic Complex in Berea. It's the home field for the Titans of Berea Mid-Park. The Baldwin Wallace softball field right across the way as Redman lays down a great bunt. Basil gloves it, not in time as Redman beats it out. So how about that, Nick Hershey? An infield single for Blankenship, a bunt single for Sienna Redman. And just like that, Amherst, they have 2 base runners without a ball leaving the infield.
Oof. Oh, that's the ideal scenario if you're the Comets, but now you got a runner in scoring position, and against an experienced team that knows how to go deep into the postseason, this could be trouble.
So a big RBI opportunity here for Leah Sprague. She has 22 of those to her credit already this season. A senior shortstop She's first pitch swinging. That one hits slowly towards the shortstop. Throw to first. That one not in time either. Maybe some miscommunication there between Sweeney at short and Riley Velikan at third, but another infield single nonetheless. And Hirsch, just like that, first 3 base runners all aboard for Amherst here in this home half of the first. They have the bases loaded for their cleanup hitter, McKenna Dorbeck.
And it's not for a lack of hustle on the Twinsburg defense. Amherst is just hustling these balls out.
That's, the slow contact, speedy runners makes her a bad defensive combination. First pitch here to Dorbeck is lifted high and foul out of play towards the vehicles over there. Hirsch, I think we did well to park as close to the road as possible. May have been a longer walk with the table and the chairs and the gear, but well worth it.
We could both use the exercise.
I don't feel like talking to insurance anytime this week as that one misses upstairs. It gets by the catcher. The throw not in time as sprinting home and sliding in safely is Blankenship, and the Comets lead 1-0. Redmond moves up to third. Sprague on down to second.
Didn't have that one on my bingo card for the first run today, but the Amherst Comets will take it either way.
They certainly will, as, again, Blankenship scoring. Redmond to third, Sprague to second. Comets looking to explode early in this one as the 1-1 pitch misses up and away. 2-1 now to Dorbeck, who leads the team this season with 32 RBIs. A .379 hitter is McKenna Dorbeck. Big chance to help her team put up a crooked number here early. Basil's 2-1. That one lifted high, foul out of play, first base side again. So the count will even up at 2-2. Amherst to get here, they knocked off Massillon 4-1 in the district semis and blanked Shaker Heights 11-0 in the district title game. So they have certainly been battle-tested this postseason. And that strike 3 call, Dorbeck couldn't unload on what was a good fastball inside. And she is retired on strikes. Another one brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. As now it's the pitcher's turn. Karina Schuster, a junior at Amherst Steel High School and a .382 hitter so far this season. The winner will be on to Friday's regional title game, taking on either Walsh Jesuit or Massillon Perry as Schuster swings at that first pitch and fouls it straight into the dirt, 0-1.
If you're Twinsburg, you got to take this batter by batter. So good on the pitcher there to get that strikeout. Let's see if she can add one more.
Yeah, nothing you can do about how those first 3 at-bats went down defensively. You just got to try to go from here. As there's a good fastball from Basil, blew it right by Schuster, who was well tardy on it, 0-2 now the count.
And if you can limit the amount of runs to just that one on that wild pitch, this would be a successful inning for Twinsburg, albeit not ideal.
Yeah, you'd feel great, I think, heading back to the dugout if you can keep this at 1. Schuster trying to make sure that's not the case as she takes a healthy hack at that one. As I know, a little more nervous laughter from everybody.
I don't.
People might be reconsidering some parking decisions.
Yeah, I would. I can walk. I can park across the street if I have to.
Basil's pitch. That one right at her, and it got her on the side, and Basil's in some pain on that one as that will score Redmond. But now immediate attention to Ava Basil. Oh, my goodness. So while they check on Ava, why don't we step aside and take a timeout? I'm assuming that run will score, so it will be 2-0. But let's take a timeout while they check on Ava Basil here at Roehm Athletic Complex. We're back after this.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco-Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco-Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco-Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco-Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco-Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, get the 2026 Buick Encore GX for as low as $24,890. We make it that easy.
Maybe play one more, I'm sorry.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
All right, so how about the toughness here, Hirsch, on Ava Basil? She's going to stay in there. Karina Schuster's line drive. It's an RBI single to make it 2-0 Amherst. It caught Basil clean on the flash right in the side, and she seems to be A-OK. As the bunt attempt is drawn back, runner to second sliding in safely. Runner on third faked towards home, but then dove back in safely as they tried to backpick her, so it will be a stolen base there for the Comets. Schuster moves up to second, and Leah Sprague will stay put on third.
Maybe thought about the double steal there, but good on Twinsburg to react to this attempted steal of second and keep the run from scoring from third.
So Limer, big RBI opportunity here for her team. Comets already up 2-0. Limer hits that one weakly right side. It'll be foul. 0-2 the count here on Limer. But, boy, that is just tremendous to see Basil stay in the ball game. I mean, that was a shot hit right at her.
Yeah, I mean, you could hear it from here.
Yeah, couldn't get the glove up there in time, and you could tell she grabbed right at it. But she seems to be A-OK. Here's the 0-2. That one misses a hair downstairs. Count moves to 1-2.
That is basically a pitcher's worst nightmare right there, and credit, she hung tough. She's hanging tough.
I've seen a couple of comebackers already this postseason, and honestly, in the two that I've seen before this, it was right at the pitcher's glove. That one not the case. The 1-2 misses upstairs to Limer. 2-2 now. Home plate umpire today is George Goulis, who signals to everybody the count is indeed 2-2. Again, Comets lead Twinsburg 2-0. Run scored when McKenna Dorbeck was hitting on a wild pitch, and Karina Schuster's RBI single makes it 2. That one gets by the catcher, sprinting for home, scoring easily is Leah Sprague, and it'll now be 3-0 Comets. So another wild pitch gets away from catcher Sophie Galuppi. Sprague in to score, and Schuster will move up to third. Again, 3-0 Comets now. Full count on Morgan Limer. Basil into the line. Here's her pitch. That one roped into the outfield for a base knock. Schuster will score, and it's an RBI single now for Morgan Limer. Make it 4-0 Comets, as it has been all Amherst here in this home half of the first inning.
And it's not, again, it's not for a lack of hustle on this Twinsburg defense, but this Amherst team has gotten out to a quick lead. It's not exactly what you want, especially with a team this experienced. They know how to start the job, and here hopefully, Twinsburg can stop the bleeding.
Kayla Rhodes now batting for Amherst. First pitch to Rhodes in there for a called strike, 0-1. Again, talking with head coach Ken Riley on the phone earlier this afternoon, I asked him, it's your first regional appearance ever. Are there nerves from the girls? Do they feel like, they belong in this spot? He said, oh, yeah, we knew at the start of the season, senior heavy group, we could get here, and we certainly expected to be. But so far, unfortunately for them, this first inning has not gone their way, as that one misses downstairs to Rhodes, 1-1. But plenty of softball left. Things can certainly change in a hurry. We know that. As Basil just tries to battle through this first now. That 1-1 pitch misses to Kayla Rhodes. 2-1 now. Runner on first is Morgan Limer. Again, her RBI single scoring Karina Schuster has made this 4-0. Basil into the wind. Swing and a miss as Rhodes came up empty on that one. Count evens up at 2-2. Could sneak in a quick Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford key to the game. I think for Twinsburg, it's just trying to put this first inning behind you at this point. You certainly can't dwell on it and let it keep beating you. Got to just find a way to get out of this, and that'll help. A big swing and a miss there by Rhodes. I'll actually say she foul tipped it, but barely, and Galuppi held on. So another punch-out courtesy of our friends at Lorain County Community College. Real education for good jobs. So now it's Samantha Pirch, the sophomore left fielder, climbing in. I think a key to the game, again, brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for Amherst. Can you have the offense to contend with Twinsburg? So far, they have that one back towards Basil, much slower, as it did get a piece of her off the legs there, but she's A-okay, totally fine after that one. But again, another infield single for Amherst as Limer moves to second. Samantha Pirch takes her spot on first. And my goodness, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base hits now here for Amherst in this first inning.
Big strike out there, 2 away now. Just got to get out of this one if you're the Twinsburg Tigers. Pitch.
Lexi Fenton, swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. Lexi, a .266 hitter this season, 6 RBIs to her credit. Another spot here with Limer on second and Pirch at first. If she can reach, Amherst will hit around with Brianna Blankenship. Awaiting in the on-deck circle, heads up over there. Someone down that third base line.
Someone over there should have packed a glove.
Yeah. Be us if we were down that line right now. My goodness. Yeah. I'll tell you what, good crowd here for a 2 o'clock afternoon weekday game. It's a regional semi, so rightfully so, but
yeah,
very impressive.
Love to see these stands packed.
Here's the 0-2 from Basil. That one ripped foul towards head coach Lacey Reichert. It's off the hands, but in foul territory nonetheless. So the count will stay put at 0-2.
Starting to feel like coach should have a glove.
Yeah, well, maybe. Got a 5 o'clock tournament baseball game coming up later on WEOL.com, so a doubleheader today. Also on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel, it's Girard and Keystone in a district semifinal baseball game. Jared Kozar and Zach Sprague will have that one for you as Basil's pitch to Fenton misses upstairs. Count now 1-2.
Speaking of Jared Kozar, and heard from him just a moment ago, said we sound great, so thank you.
That's always good. Good to see him checking in when possible. I know he's had a busy week, certainly.
Not to pat ourselves on the back, by the way.
We never do that, as Fenton fouls that one back. Count will stay put at 1-2. And if you're joining us now, it's 4-0 Comets. The first 3 for Amherst all reached this inning. Couple of runners scoring on wild pitches, couple of RBI singles as well, as the Comets have gotten things started in a hurry here today. And there's strike 3 called as Lexi Fenton couldn't pull the trigger on a good fastball. Another strikeout brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. We have played 1 here at Berea. Our score, Amherst 4, Twinsburg 0. Tigers up to bat after this timeout.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Back here at Roehm Athletic Complex in Berea, it is a Division II Regional Semifinal softball contest as Amherst leads Twinsburg here early 4-0. Comets with 4 runs in that bottom of the first on 6 hits. No errors committed by the Tigers defensively. And the Comets did leave 2 stranded as Lexi Fenton was struck out to end the inning. It'll be Riley Velikin, Allie Gernak, and Sophie Galuppi all due up for the Tigers here in this half inning. As Hirsch, I think just from a mental standpoint, it's important for Twinsburg to put together some good at-bats. Do they need to get all 4 back right here, right now? I wouldn't say so.
No.
But you got to do something, I think, to kind of make yourself feel like you're still in this tournament game.
Well, there's another thing, too, Rocco, is that 2 of those Amherst runs came off of wild pitches.
Yep.
So not knowing that it's just down to just cleaning things up a little bit as the first pitch is delivered by Schuster.
Yeah, that one taken by Velikin for a ball, 1-0 the count. Riley, a .420 hitter this regular season, 30 RBIs to her credit, 13 extra base hits with 1 home run in there as well. Twinsburg as a team hit 27 home runs this season. An incredible mark there as that pitch in there for a called strike, 1-1 here on Velikin.
Kind of off topic, but I kind of like the cotton candy glove she's got on.
I like that
right
as
here.
well. Yeah, I'm always one for the colorful accessories. I really don't try to be a curmudgeon too much about that stuff as that one misses upstairs 2-1. Well, I mean, you see it on Twitter all the time.
Yeah.
People yelling at 10-year-olds because they got a rainbow bat or whatever. It's like, man, who cares? Let them,
Come on, man.
let them have their fun.
I got to have more fun in the major leagues.
2-1 pitch in there for a called strike, 2-2. Well, Jose usually has, what, a bright green elbow guard or leg guard or whatever it is that he dons. And Ronald Acuna, I know he wears the bright yellow for that Dominican flag representation. As that's a big swing and a miss there. Velikan comes up empty on the punch-out. Another one for Karina Schuster, her third of the day. All brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Real education for good jobs. Now it's Allie Gernak's turn, the senior designated player, wearing number 9 today for Twinsburg. She bats here with 1 down, nobody on. Her team down 4, and she comes up empty on a fastball, 0-1. Boy, Schuster, she certainly will pound that strike zone consistently, as we've seen this season. Can be very efficient when she has it going, and she runs that one upstairs, gets Gernak to go after it. 0-2 quickly here ahead of Gernak. 339 the average for Allie coming into this one. 10 RBIs, 5 doubles, and a triple. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Boy, she went with nothing but fastballs there. Gernak, no match. And she's down on 3 straight good ones from Karina Schuster. Another punch-out brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. It's Sophie Galuppi's turn now, the junior catcher. She had her hands full a half inning ago defensively, trying to help her team here offensively. And that's just filthy right there, Nick Hershey. A breaking ball for the ages from Karina Schuster.
Almost looked like a softball version of an ephus pitch.
Yeah. She'll throw it. I reference again that Midview game I called earlier at Amherst. She worked that in beautifully against the Middies en route to a big Comet win. She missed with the fastball there, though, upstairs. 1-1 the count on Galuppi.
And you had to ask yourself after a bit of an extended bottom of the first whether Schuster was going to come back as effective. It looks like she's come back not only as effective, but even better.
Even better. She certainly can get stronger as the game goes on. She blows another fastball by Galuppi, 1-2. Schuster a strike away from 6 up, 6 down. Here's her pitch. That one misses a touch outside, says home plate umpire George Goulis. 2-2 the count. Ava Basil, the pitcher, would be next. She awaits in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called at the knees, and Karina Schuster sets them down 1-2-3. She strikes out the side, all courtesy of our friends at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Our score remains Amherst 4, Twinsburg nothing. Comets up to bat again after this timeout.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $229 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
Roehm Athletic Complex, Amherst up to bat again. They lead Twinsburg 4-0. It's 1, 2, and 3. Blankenship, Redmond, Sprague all due up. For Twinsburg, they just graduated last night. A tidbit I got from our photographer extraordinaire and marketing leader at the Chronicle Telegram, Kristen Bauer. And the baseball team for Twinsburg actually barely made it to graduation in time because their postseason game with Avon Lake went 12 innings. Oof. First pitch to Blankenship misses upstairs, 1-0. Imagine that, 12-inning baseball game and you're running late to graduation. Boy, parents were probably a little nervous.
Could you imagine running out of the dugout trying to get into your cap and gown?
I don't think that would happen for me. I think I would just go up there, uniform, cleats, and everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't bring the metal spikes that day.
Would you bat in a cap and gown? I think I would.
I would debate it. It would certainly be distracting. It would certainly be distracting. 1-1 the count here on Blankenship. Swung and missed at that last pitch, took the first one upstairs. Ava Basil continuing to work for Twinsburg, which is a great sign. As she misses upstairs on that one, count moves to 2-1. Back in that first inning, she took a line drive off the bat of Karina Schuster right in the abdomen, basically. And she was A-OK. Took a couple of minutes to collect herself, but
I wouldn't say A-OK. She's probably sore.
I know, that's a bit.
She's probably sore, but she's hanging in there. Credit to her.
Yeah, absolutely. As that one fouled straight back toward the parking lot, count moves to 2-2.
You can't be 100% after what we heard over there.
No. Walsh Jesuit softball team just made their way behind us here, Hirsch. That's the game after this one, as Walsh gets set to take on Maslin Perry, the winner here, taking on the winner of that one. That one Friday at 5 in a regional final right here at Roehm Athletic Complex. Blankenship takes downstairs. Count full now, 3-2.
And that's interesting because then the winner of this one could stick around and do a little scouting.
Absolutely. And vice versa. I would almost be willing to guarantee that's why Walsh is already in the house. I see Berea Mid-Park softball team over here as well, as that one poked in the shallow left field. It's in foul territory, but it's the left fielder, Parker Sweeney, sprinting and making the catch. Wow, nice play there by the Tiger left fielder. Nicely done. And that is the first down. That is Parker Sweeney, correct? No, that's No, it's Parker Sweeney out there. I apologize. It is Parker Sweeney who makes a heck of a catch out there.
And that's definitely going to help the Tigers' morale after giving up 4 runs in that first inning.
Yeah, no question. Nice to make some defensive plays when things didn't go your way an inning before. Sienna Redmond now bats again. She bunted for a single in that first inning and then scored. She swings at that first pitch and fouls it straight back, 0-1. Redmond this year a .396 hitter coming into this one. 29 RBIs to her credit, as the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Amherst have been more than productive in terms of driving in runs. They're all above 20 RBIs. Dorbeck with the team high 32, as that pitch in there for a called strike. Redmond down quickly now, 0-2. Comets lead 4-0 here in this Division II Regional Semi. Glad you guys can be a part of this one here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Here's the 0-2. That one fouled straight back, so we'll do it again. How about this, Hirsch? We've both personally been upset by our Cleveland Guardians this week. You on the holiday, myself last night, and they're upsetting some more folks on the corner of Carnegie and Ontario today, already down 1-0 once again to the Nationals.
Well, I mean, it's a hole they can climb out of. Let's just say that. For me, it was, I think, 3-0 by the end of the first.
It got bad in a hurry. That one hit hard towards the shortstop. That time, though, Sweeney gloves it cleanly, fires over to Rivera at first in time for the out, 6-3. On the putout.
And I hope there's no announcer's jinx here, but the Twinsburg defense seems like it's finding a groove here. So,
just had to say
again,
something, didn't you?
I'm sorry, but people would have said it listening in, so got to acknowledge it a little bit.
They certainly have. You give them credit for that. Parker Sweeney, a heck of a play in left, and then Kenzie Sweeney, older sister at short, making a nice play as well. First pitch here to Leah Sprague, misses downstairs, 1-0.
I'd like to apologize to all the Twinsburg fans listening right now.
Hopefully we got a couple of Tiger faithful tuning in. Obviously, Amherst, our local Lorain County team. Comet Baseball had a really nice run last postseason. Softball team trying to make one in their own right, as Sprague takes that one again downstairs, 2-0. Leah this year a .384 hitter, according to Max Preps. 5 home runs, 22 RBIs, 7 doubles, and a triple. A fantastic senior campaign thus far for her. That one chopped towards the third baseman, Velikin. She gloves that one cleanly and throws it to Rivera in time for the out. So a nice bounce back inning there for Ava Basil on the circle for Twinsburg. 3 up, 3 down. She sets the Comets down as we will head to the third. Our score remains Amherst 4, Twinsburg 0. Tigers up to bat after this timeout.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
We'll take a moment to thank all of our sponsors once again, as Rocco Nucci and Nick Hershey here with you at Berea Mid-Park for this Division II Regional Semi between Amherst and Twinsburg. And it's brought to you here on WEOL.com and the Chronicle YouTube channel by your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco Network Land Title Agency, Nick Abraham Buick GMC, and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Lorain County Community College, and EcoTree Services, as it's Basil, Makani, and Salura do up this half inning for the Tigers. Schuster's first pitch to Basil misses outside for a ball, 1-0.
I'm interested to see how Schuster comes back in this third inning, because the first inning she got a little bit of an extended rest as her next pitch comes in. That one is also a ball, 2-0 count. She had not quite as long of a rest here between the second and third.
She struck out 5 of the first 6 that she's faced, and that's a good one right there at the knees, according to home plate umpire George Goulis. Count moves to 2-1. Kenzie Sweeney, the only one to put a ball in play, and it was at Schuster who gloved it and threw it to Kayla Rhodes. So Karina Schuster has been a part of literally every out thus far, as there's strike 2 swinging. Basil unable to catch up to it. Again, Schuster coming into this one, 223 strikeouts, just 49 walks. So she is dominant and efficient when she has it going, and there's a beauty of a fastball right there at the knees. Strike 3 called, the 6th strikeout for Schuster. Brought to you, of course, by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. So it's senior second baseman now, Rory McConney, climbing in for her first at bat, a .291 hitter. Coming into this one, Schuster's first pitch to her, up and in, ball 1. McConney, 5 RBIs, 2 doubles this season, as the offensive prowess drops off a bit with the 8 and 9 batters in Coach Riley's lineup, but certainly capable hitters still. McConney underneath and tardy on that one, 1-1. Comets again lead Twinsburg 4-0. They scored 4 in that first inning. Ava Basil kept them scoreless in the second. Tiger bats now, trying to bring them back into this one, as the 1-1 misses outside, 2-1. Kayla Salura awaits in the on-deck circle, senior right fielder. A lot of seniors for Coach Riley's Tigers this season. That one foul tipped straight back to the screen. Count moves to 2-2. These two sides met in a district title game 1 year ago. Comets victorious in that one, 6-3. Amherst would lose in the regional semis to Maslin Perry, who could be their regional final opponent if they find a way to beat Walsh Jesuit here tonight. That one hit by a diving third baseman, Lexi Fenton, unable to glove it. And Rory McConney has the first base runner for Twinsburg here in the top half of the third. A nice piece of hitting there with 2 strikes. Hurst just put it where the defense wasn't over there on the left side of the infield.
And let's see if that's a catalyst for this Tiger offense, because Schuster has been money on the hill so far, an increasingly intimidating presence there on the bump. Let's see if the Tigers can put some offense together.
Kayla Salura's turn now, senior right fielder. 1 on, 1 down. First pitch to her in there for a called strike at the knees, 0-1. Boy, Schuster, she spots that fastball well. It's not like she's just throwing lollipops over the middle of the zone. She moves it around and moves it around well. Here's the 0-1. Elevated it that time, got the batter to swing and miss, 0-2. Throw down to first, not in time, trying to get McConney leaning off the bag, but to no avail. 0-2, though, again, the count on Kayla Salura. The leadoff hitter, Taylor Dye, a senior in the on-deck circle. I'll have a fun fact to share about her here momentarily, as that 0-2 pitch, misses. 1-2 now. McConney on first, 1-2 the count here on Kayla Salura. Here's Schuster's pitch to her. Strike 3 called. Salura unable to pull the trigger. And another strikeout, number 7 for Karina, brought to you by Lorain County Community College, as Taylor Dye, the leadoff hitter, climbs back in. How about this, Hirsch? Taylor, she's their leadoff hitter here in this regional semifinal game. Had never played organized softball prior to this season. She had played baseball through 12U, gave it up for AAU basketball to focus on hoops. As she fouls that first pitch straight back and out of play, 0-1. And decided to, hey, why not give it a fair shake here our senior year? And she's hitting .441, leadoff hitter for a regional semifinal team, and Coach Riley called her the best outfielder in the Suburban League this season.
Then I'd say it was a pretty good call.
Heck of an athlete, you could say.
Yes,
is the status
very
for
versatile.
Taylor Dye. Strike 1 as she takes that one. I'm sorry, strike 2. She fouled that first pitch away, so it's 0-2 now for Taylor Dye. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout already. Trying to keep this inning going. The pitch, that one misses outside. 1-2 now the count. Taylor, 6 home runs this season, 25 RBIs, 2 doubles, 3 triples. The pitch, that one fisted foul as it ran in on Taylor and jammed her a bit, but she managed to spoil what was a great pitch from Schuster, and she'll get another crack at it here. Count stays put at 1-2.
Sometimes you just got to put the bat on it. Maybe that'll spark something at the plate. Hopefully you can move that runner over from first.
I think you're just trying to maybe hope Karina maybe leaves one that you can actually do something with, and she doesn't there. Schuster throws a beauty of a fastball that Taylor Dye chased after, and another strikeout, number 8 for Schuster, brought to you by Lorain County Community College. We will head to the bottom of the third. Our score still Amherst 4, Twinsburg nothing. Comets with more at bats after this timeout.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, get the 2026 Buick Encore GX for as low as $24,890. We make it that easy. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
So it's Dorbeck, Schuster, Limer due up this half inning for Amherst as Dorbeck takes that first pitch down for a ball, 1-0. Ava Basil continuing to work on the circle for Twinsburg. As that one roped into left field between the hole at third and short for a base knock. McKenna Dorbeck, a great piece of hitting there. Just went right after the first fastball she liked. And she'll get the inning started for the Comets as Karina Schuster, the junior pitcher, climbs in. In the first, she singled and scored a run, but it was a hit that went right off of pitcher Ava Basil, who needed a couple of moments to collect herself. So great to see Ava stay in there after that. As Schuster check swings on that pitch, but home plate umpire George Goulis all over it. Says she went around, strike one. Schuster picking up RBI number 19, scoring that run in the first inning. Pitch from Basil, fouled straight back off the screen, 0-2 quickly on Karina.
You know, an underrated part of high school baseball and softball is the chatter. I could hear it in the dugout in the back. I was an assistant coach. I was an assistant coach for my high school baseball team. The chatter was some of the best. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got coach of the year.
Okay, wow. So I see where you get your banter from then. Is Schuster underneath on that fastball, strike 3. And another strikeout for Ava Basil, and another one brought to you by our friends over at Lorain County Community College. So with one on, one down, it's Morgan Limer's turn. She had an RBI single in that first inning. Did not come around to score, but did pick up again RBI number 13 on the season with that at bat. Runner at first is McKenna Dorbeck. Basil's first pitch to Limer in there for a called strike, 0-1. Hirsch, I think our Guardians heard us talking a little bit of mess about them. Speaking of banter, they lead the Nationals now 3-1. How about that?
Very good.
A couple of RBI knocks for Chase DeLauder and Angel Martinez. Jose, I think a sac fly in there as well.
Well, good for DeLauder to keep his strong start going.
Not a fan of the walk-up song personally, but hey,
really?
That is what it is. 0-2 the count, by the way, on Limer.
You're not a John Denver man, are you?
I am a notorious West Virginia athletics hater, my friend.
Oh, okay.
And,
there we go.
That tends to be where I lie on that one. That one missing upstairs to Limer, 1-2. So while everybody at Progressive Field belts out John Denver, I kind of sit there solemnly. And
to be fair, they substitute West Virginia for Chase DeLauder.
Which I can get down with. It's just the principle of the matter, Hirsch.
Oh, okay.
The 1-2 sent straight back.
Remind me to never go to a Guardians game as long as Chase DeLauder's in uniform.
Oh, I'm not that big of a curmudgeon when he comes up. I don't join in on the joyous chanting. You know, that's all it is. I'll do the Jose and everything else, but
hey, as long as he keeps up his hot start, I'm all right.
I will take it. Here's the 1-2. Limer lifting that one foul and out of play. Heads up, Kristen Bauer over there. I don't think she heard me on that one. That's okay.
You gotta talk louder.
Hey,
she's gonna hear you.
She played softball back in the day. Proud
okay,
alum.
So she's privy.
She knows
to
what
it.
she's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
1-2 the count here on Limer. The pitch, swing and a miss. Beauty right there by Ava Basil. Got Limer to swing underneath it and threw it. And another punch out courtesy of our friends over at Lorain County Community College. That's number 4 on the afternoon for Ava Basil thus far. So 2 down, it's Kayla Rhodes.
Do the spectators are allowed to keep foul balls?
No.
I don't. Yeah, I was going to figure. Okay.
No.
Didn't know how that worked.
First pitch, that one lifted foul off the top of the screen here. 0-1 the count.
Unless, of course, it goes through your windshield. We're not wishing that upon anybody.
No, that's maybe a different conversation.
But
well, that even extends to the state championship level when they get to what was formerly Canal Park, now 717 Credit Union Park.
Some people will still call it Canal Park, but
right.
I digress.
But nonetheless, you would think foul balls there. You could certainly maybe contend with trying to keep, but nope, not even there. As that one lifted out of play again, so Rhodes down quickly in the count here, 0-2.
Man, I got to get to a Rubber Ducks game. Okay, I'm sorry.
In Quackrin?
Yeah, indeed in Quackrin.
How can you not?
I was on the mic there.
You were the velvety baritones of Canal Park, certainly. That one lifted to deep left field, but it's Parker Sweeney who settles under it for the third and final out. Kayla Rhodes gave it a good ride out there, just didn't have quite enough to carry over that fencing as Sweeney put the squeeze on it, and the side is retired. We've played 3 here at Roehm Athletic Complex in Berea. Our score, Amherst 4, Twinsburg 0. Tigers coming up the bat right after this.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco-Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco-Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco-Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco-Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco-Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
Gabby Rivera now bats for Twinsburg. She swung and missed on that first pitch from Karina Schuster, 0-1 the count. Second pitch misses upstairs. Count evens at 1-1. Twinsburg to get here, they defeated Cleveland Heights via the forfeit in the sectional finals, beat Stowe 17-0 in the district semis, and then upended Brecksville Broadview Heights 2-1 in the district finals. That one chopped towards Sprague. It's short. Throw to first was low, but dug out by Kayla Rhodes. Nice play over there at first as Sprague's throw to her, not a perfect one, but Rhodes able to scoop it and retire Gabby Rivera. So Kenzie Sweeney's turn now. 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Twinsburg's win over Brecksville Broadview Heights, one that Coach Riley was proud of, telling me on the phone that the Bees kind of went after them on the bracket during the selection Sunday process, as that one ripped first pitch towards the third baseman. Fenton can't glove it cleanly, throw to first not nearly in time, and there's an infield single for Kenzie Sweeney. That one hit kind of awkwardly to Fenton's left. It was one of those where maybe you consider giving that up, let Leah Sprague have a shot at it at short, but either way, I think it was going to be a tough play. So an infield single for Kenzie Sweeney. Riley Velikin's turn now. She's 0 for 1 today. Schuster's first pitch to her, in there for a called strike, 0-1. We'll see if Sweeney gets active over there at first base. Tigers just need to get something going offensively here as that one misses upstairs. They throw back at first to try to get Sweeney off of the bag, but to no avail. Kenzie back in there easily as the count evens up at 1-1. Morgan Limer's behind the plate for Amherst. Lexi Fenton's at third. Leah Sprague at short. McKenna Dorbeck at second. Kayla Rhodes at first. Schuster's pitch, breaking ball, is sat back on nicely to Sprague. To second for 1, relay to first, not in time. So Velikin will reach on the fielder's choice, but a nice defensive play there by the Comets to get the lead runner Sweeney. And now there will be 2 down for Allie Gurnick. Samantha Pearch is in left for Amherst. Sienna Redmond is in center. Brianna Blankenship in right. Again, starting lineups today brought to you by our friends at Network Land Title Agency. Allie Gurnick now bats 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch misses well upstairs, 0-1.
At the very least, you couldn't convert the double play, but at least you got the lead runner at second.
Absolutely. Sweeney, speedy runner, but retired via the force at second. Ooh, that one fouled straight off the catcher's mask, and she has a quick laugh about it. Head coach Lacey Reichert making sure she's all right.
See, that's why I never played catcher at any level. That would terrify me.
No kidding. Boy, the fact that the first motion for Morgan is to kind of smile and giggle about that. God bless some of these kids, man.
I mean, you almost have to if you've played catcher long enough. I'm sure she's seen plenty of them.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's been a lot of those at practice and throughout the regular seasons. Morgan, though, just a freshman, so she has some more years to come of that as that one fouled straight back. Count moves, stays put at 1-2.
I'll be honest with you, that kind of flinch right there.
Yeah, that'll happen. It usually gets me in the first couple of ball games each spring, Hirsch, when even though you're behind the fencing or the netting or whatever the facility has, it still kind of that natural instinct to duck out of the way as that 1-2 pitch misses up and away, 2-2. Gernak batting with 2 down and 1 on. It's Riley Velikan at first, reaching on the fielder's choice as Kenzie Sweeney was forced out. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Gernak, another strikeout as Karina Schuster continues to work well here through 4. Another strikeout for her, number 9. All brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. We will head to the home half of the 4th. Amherst still out in front of Twinsburg, 4-0 here on the WEOL Diamond Duel.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Bottom of the 4th here at Roehm Athletic Complex in Berea. Comets lead Twinsburg 4-0 here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. It'll be Samantha Pierce, Lexi Fenton, and Brianna Blankenship due up for the Comets here again in their half of the 4th. Pierce 1 for 1 today, singled back in the first but was stranded there. Comet dugout trying to spring to life to our right as Pierce swings at that first pitch, fouls it straight back, 0-1. Pierce this season a .235 hitter, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. I also got to shout out Gebby, Tim Gebhardt in the house from the Chronicle Telegram. Seen a lot of Gebby in recent weeks, but it's a good problem to have, I would say.
Well, wherever the action is, you can guarantee that Gebby's going to be there.
No question. That one misses upstairs, 1-1 the count here on Samantha Pierce. Obviously, Gebby and Elyria athletics certainly coincide with one another, but the Pioneers done on both fronts for baseball and softball, so Gebby spreading his wings, branching out a bit. That 1-1 misses upstairs, 2-1 now to Pierce. Again, just tremendous to see Ava Basil working still for Twinsburg after taking that line shot off the midsection in that first inning. And she has done tremendous work since that moment as that one fouled up, and is it caught? It is. Wow, nice play. I lost track of it for a moment there, Hirsch, but Gabby Rivera nearly up against the fencing in front of us right here, able to put the squeeze on it for the first out. Nice play there by Gabby.
And it's a shame that they gave up those 4 runs in the first because their defense has been very good since.
Yeah, they've been locked in since that first inning. Actually, just 1 base hit outside of that first inning, Hirsch, so the Comets, I think right now, thankful that they took advantage of those run-scoring opportunities here early, as Basil has done great work to keep things right there ever since. Lexi Fenton now bats for the second time, 0 for 1 with a strikeout is the freshman third baseman. She squares around and bunts, and Basil to her knees makes a sliding catch. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, the grit, the hustle that she's shown, it's incredible.
Ava Basil. Boy, you wouldn't think she took a line drive off the abdomen earlier today, Hirsch. With plays like that, she sprung right off of that circle and dove to 2 knees to slide and make that catch. 2 up, 2 down now for Brianna Blankenship, the leadoff hitter.
I mean, it certainly wasn't a pillow fight, that shot, but I mean, sometimes it'll get the adrenaline going, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, in these early 2 o'clock games, you know, it's different for the kids. They're used to playing at 5, so a 2 o'clock in the afternoon game that's not on a Saturday is a little different as Blankenship first pitch swinging lifts that one to shallow center field. Taylor Dye sprints on and makes the catch for the third and final out. So Ava Basil sets down the Comets 1-2-3, and we will head to the fifth. Our score remains Amherst 4, Twinsburg nothing. We're back after this timeout.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $229 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
Go.
Sophie Galuppi, Ava Basil, and Rory McConney due up for the Tigers here this half inning. Twinsburg trailing Amherst 4-0. Here in this Division II Regional Semifinal. The winner is on to Friday's Regional Final, where they will take on either Walsh Jesuit or Maslin Perry. First pitch from Schuster, swung on and fouled back 0-1 to Galuppi. Myself, a 2014 Walsh Jesuit graduate, so I'm certainly very familiar with their spring athletics success. I did not play baseball at Walsh, though, my friend. I settled for men's volleyball in the spring. How about that, as Galuppi fouls that one back 0-2.
I would have loved to have seen one of your games.
No, we do not wear spandex. I know that's your first question in that mind, Hirsch. Get it out of the gutter.
Well,
no, we do not.
You cut me off at the pass, huh?
Yeah. Shorts were probably a little too short for my liking. I'm one of those.
Okay, I really didn't need to know that.
Well, I'm one of those early 2000s. You know, I got to have those down to the kinkles just about. As there's strike three called on Galuppi, unable to pull the trigger. And another punch out courtesy of our friends at Lorain County Community College. Number 10 for Schuster. My goodness. Ava Basil's turn now. The senior pitcher 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Is that too much there, Hirsch? Do I gotta dial myself back?
You got to
here
reel
on the
that
diamond
in a
duel?
little bit. I mean, I was always in a always in a pair of not sweatpants, but oh my gosh.
Sweat shorts?
No.
Also a favorite.
Like no, like athletic pants. Athletic pants and a
like
zip-up
the
jacket.
The swishy pants.
I was the finest water boy that basketball team has ever seen.
I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that for a second, as that 0-1 pitch misses upstairs. 1-1 the count.
In fact, I was so good, the football coach signed in my yearbook, I wish I had a hydration specialist like you, really giving it the LinkedIn treatment.
Man. What's the NIL funding looking like these days for top-tier water boys? That's what I want to know.
My gosh, I mean, I really wish that had been a thing when I was around. I would have made bank.
1-2 now to Ava Basil as that pitch is taken for a strike.
Legendary stuff.
Schuster continuing to dominate. Here's our 1-2. That one misses upstairs, 2-2.
Apologies, I'm bragging about my high school exploits a little too much.
Well, we all do it at some point in time.
Well, the focus is on these athletes right here.
We all inevitably get told to shush by our partners or friends or whoever we're going on and on to. That one lifted high on the infield. Didn't play, though, and it's the first baseman who settles under it, Kayla Rhodes, to put the squeeze on it for the second out. So nice defensive play there by the Comet first baseman, Kayla Rhodes. So with 2 down now, it's Rory McConney's turn, senior second baseman. She singled back in the third, but was stranded there, and that's just one of 2 base hits today for the Tigers. Kenzie Sweeney responsible for the other. 2 down, nobody on here. Again for McConney. First pitch from Schuster to her, in there for a called strike, 0-1. That's I think, been a big key for Schuster, not only today, Hirsch, but all season. She gets that first pitch in there for a strike, and next thing you know, you're down as a hitter 0-2. It's just tough to try to figure out offensively, as that one misses upstairs 1-1.
Yeah, well, she's very aggressive in the count, as you mentioned, and she rarely ever misses her mark.
Yeah, she gets ahead early. She stays ahead. It just makes it tough as a hitter to figure out what your approach is. Here's the 1-1. That one lifted into shallow left field. It's going to be a tough play, but diving and making a full extension catch is Samantha Pearch. Are you kidding me, Hirsch?
I genuinely thought when that was going to come out when she hit the ground. She hung on to that. That's impressive.
Boy, defense on display for both sides here today. Unbelievable catch out there and left by Samantha Pearch. And we will head to the home half of the fifth. Our score still Amherst 4, Twinsburg nothing. Comets more at bats their way after this.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
A diving play by Samantha Pearch got Amherst out of that top of the fifth. Comets looking to add to their total here. They've been stuck on 4 since that first inning. As for the Comets, it'll be Sienna Redmond, Leah Sprague, and McKenna Dorbeck all due up this half inning. Ava Basil still working for Twinsburg in the circle. Here's the pitch. That one in there for a called strike, 0-1. Redmond today is 1 for 2. She bunted and then came all the way around to score back in the first, then grounded out to the shortstop back in the second. Basil has given up those 4 runs, 6 hits, and a couple of strikeouts. That one is roped to the left center field gap, and it's off the glove of the left fielder Parker Sweeney, digging for 2, and in there with a leadoff stand-up double. Here in the home half of the fifth is Sienna Redmond, her second knock of the afternoon, and double number 4 for her this season.
And here's the issue for Twinsburg beyond the obvious there of surrendering a leadoff double. You let Amherst score 4, and you really haven't been able to do much on offense. Now, that's not any knock against the Twinsburg offense. It's just that Schuster has been electric on the mound.
Yeah, so you definitely don't want to let this get any further away than you have if you're Twinsburg. Leah Sprague trying to get some insurance. She fouls that one off her foot. Seems to be all right.
Hopefully those cleats are steel-toed.
Yeah, right. Sprague today 1 for 2, singled and then scored back in the first, grounded out in the second. She has 22 RBIs coming into this one. Would love to pick up number 23 and some insurance for her Comets here in this Division II Regional Semi. Here's the 0-1 to her. That one misses upstairs, 1-1. Good take. McKenna Dorbeck would be next. She's 1 for 2 today. Sprague, 7 doubles and a triple this season. So certainly capable of doing some damage here at the plate. Takes that one outside and up as well, 2-1.
And furthermore, I mean, these Amherst Comets hitters, they have very little pressure on themselves, so they can just breathe easy up there at the plate.
They look very relaxed, no question. I would agree with that. Hard to do in a regional semi. Sprague gets a good piece of it, and that one's down in left center field for a base knock. It'll roll all the way to the fencing. Rounding third, scoring easily is Sienna Redmond, and Leah Sprague follows that up with a RBI double, and it's 5-0 Comets here in the fifth.
And the playoff experience of this Amherst program showing really well here in the bottom of the fifth. Adding one more run, leading it 5-0 now. Let's see if they can add on to it.
Yeah, a chance to really take Twinsburg out of this one with a big inning here. McKenna Dorbeck now bats with Leah Sprague at second. Still nobody out. First pitch, that one misses upstairs, 1-0. And you almost start to wonder at a certain point, Hirsch, how much does Ava Basil have left in the tank? As she is their ace, no question, Coach Riley telling me that she is by far their most trustworthy arm, as that 1-0 pitch gets away from the catcher, Galuppi, and moving up to third will be Leah Sprague.
And really, unforced errors on the part of Twinsburg really helped Amherst get out to this 4-0 lead prior to this bottom of the fifth. So you would hate to see any more pop up now.
Well, now this fifth's starting to look like that first inning a little bit, albeit with some much harder hit softballs. Here's the 2-0. Dorbeck, big swing and a miss, came up underneath that one. 2-1 now the count, as I think she tried to make this a 7-0 ball game with that swing right there.
Very well could have been trying for that. Nice bat, though, too. I like the colors on that.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Here's the pitch. That one lifted back, foul.
Okay, so for a second there, I thought that was coming down right on her table.
That could have been absolute disaster.
I mean, I could probably barehand it.
Really?
I think.
I mean,
pop fly, not a line drive.
We'll put you to the test on that one.
No, I don't want to take. No. I'm not volunteering myself for that.
Here's Basil's 2-2. That one lifted sky high right at the second baseman, McConney, who will put the squeeze on it. That's a big out right there.
That's
because
what I get for running my mouth.
That keeps Leah Sprague put at third. So now it's junior pitcher Karina Schuster's turn once again. 1 for 2 today, an RBI single in the first and a strikeout in the third.
And still that runner at third looming large here for the Tigers.
Yeah, Twinsburg already down 5-0. Amherst in control of this one as that first pitch misses inside. 1-0. Karina Schuster, a .382 hitter coming into this one, picked up RBI number 19 with that single in the first. As she awaits the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Big swing and a miss on a ball that was upstairs. Count evens at 1-1. I'll tell you what, Hirsch, it's nice here that they put the dimensions on the fencing out there. 185 to the corners, 215 to straightaway center, 200 feet in the alleys.
Yeah, it really gives you an idea of how big this field really is.
Yep. That one misses upstairs, 2-1.
Nice complex here at Berea.
It is. It is. The baseball field is to
Berea
our
Mid-Park,
left.
excuse me.
There you go. Right. Baldwin Wallace's softball field, actually just on the other side of the outfield fencing here for the high school facility, as that one is bunted foul. Galuppi gave it a look but couldn't quite get there. Count evens at 2-2.
Wonder how it feels to dive and all that gear that the catchers have.
Can't imagine it feels great. I would say maybe the turf helps cushion the blow a little bit.
Maybe.
But and it is a turf facility here at Berea Mid-Park. Here's the 2-2. That one swung on and foul tipped back. Count will stay put. Schuster, boy, it didn't sound like she got a piece of it, but she certainly did. You just couldn't really hear it. Yeah. But again, 2-2 the count on Karina. Morgan Limer would be next, the catcher. Again, Leah Sprague stands at third. Comets with a run scored already this inning. Schuster lifts that one high on the infield. It's the pitcher, Basil, looking at it, and she puts the squeeze on it as the second baseman, Rory McConney, has a laugh about it, saying, hey, wait a minute, I should have called you off on that. Yeah. But an out retired, or recorded, I should say, nonetheless.
You don't mess with anybody who's taking a comebacker.
No, I think Ava Basil is fine without conversing, too much on that one. Morgan Limer now bats, the freshman catcher. She's 1 for 2 today, a single and a strikeout. First pitch to her, misses upstairs, 1-0. 5-0 Comets here in the bottom of the fifth. Probably hope if I added a run for Amherst on the scoreboard there on the screen.
That's all right.
That one lifted foul. And off the pole right in front
of us. May have
us.
shuddered a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not volunteering to catch that one.
That was a little sharper, huh?
Give me a pop fly. Come on.
And a glove.
Don't make me take a comeback.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that's.
Because I guarantee you, I'm not holding up as well as Basil did.
You'd be down for the count. That one misses upstairs, 2-1.
That is my exercise for the entirety of 2026.
There you go. Right. It's funny, I joke with my wife all the time that, she asks me about, what should I do on a foul ball at a big league game? Get out of the way. You are not making a Sports Center top 10 catch. I can assure you that one misses downstairs, 3-1.
I think you're underestimating
Oh,
her.
no, I don't underestimate her athletic ability. I think she underestimates just how hard those baseballs are hit and how much spin is put on those suckers.
Yeah.
Even if you're there, that's coming off the hands, and usually where people put their hands, it's right in front of the face, so if it goes through the hands, guess what? Your face is next.
Yeah,
fouled straight back.
I once got a foul ball hit towards me. Lawrence Butler, Guardians game against the A's.
I love how you remember that.
Yeah, well, one of my friends was watching the game on TV and texted me, hey, I saw you on TV. You're on the Lawrence Butler foul ball. And I'm like, oh, God, what kind of face did I make?
There's ball 4 to Morgan Limer. A great at bat there by Morgan to reach first. So runners on the corners now for the Comets, as that's the first walk surrendered by either side here today. So Kayla Rhodes will bat now for the third time, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout.
And you may wonder why I asked that. Well, all my uncles say, have a great face for radio.
There you go. There you go. That one fisted foul, well out of play, first base side, 0-1. The count on Kayla Rhodes. Leah Sprague stands at third, Morgan Limer at first. Comets, again, with one across already this half inning. They lead Twinsburg 5-0. Comets trying to punch their ticket to Friday's regional championship game right here. The 0-1 in there for a called strike. Limer takes off on the pitch and will take second. No throw down. But 0-2 the count here on Kayla Rhodes.
Amherst amping up the pressure. 2 runners in scoring position now.
Rhodes with 18 RBIs this season, but she swings and misses at a good pitch there from Ava Basil, her 5th strikeout of the afternoon, brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. We have played 5 here at Berea. Our score, Amherst 5 for the Comets, Twinsburg nothing. Tigers back up to bat after this.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Top of the 6th here at Roehm Athletic Complex at Berea Mid-Park High School, as due up for the Twinsburg Tigers this half inning. It's 9-1-2. Kayla Salura, Taylor Dye, and Gabby Rivera, as Karina Schuster continues to work for Amherst on the circle. Kayla Salura 0 for 1 today, striking out back in the 3rd. And it's actually Parker Sweeney.
Had a great catch and foul ground earlier in the game today.
So I did not think Parker Sweeney would be in the lineup, but I think she bats here for Kayla Salura, so we'll add her to our score sheet here. That second pitch in there for a called strike 0-2.
Looked like she may have been trying to lay down a bunt there. I'm not sure.
Square around. Okay, thank you, Hirsch. Just making the change there on my scorecard. Admittedly, missed the pitch. And time called over there by the third base coach. Again, reminder tonight on WEOL.com, actually in about an hour and 50 minutes, maybe just under that.
Except for about 5 o'clock.
There you go. Jared Kozar, Zach Sprague will be over in LaGrange taking in some Division V District Semifinal baseball. Keystone welcomes in the Indians of Girard. That one scheduled for 5 o'clock right here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Sprague as Sweeney tries to lay down a bunt again.
Yeah, it's foul, so she'll be out. That is the rule for those unaware. If you bunt with 2 strikes and it goes foul, you are out. So Parker Sweeney retired on the bunt attempt there. As the lineup turns back over now to Taylor Dye, the leadoff hitter for Twinsburg, 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. Karina Schuster has had her number. Here's the pitch. That one lifted high and deep towards right center field. Right fielder on it, though. Brianna Blankenship squeezes it for the second out. That's a nice play out there by Brianna, as it's not too windy today, Hirsch, so it's not moving too much on you up there, but it was still hit hard and hit high, but Blankenship, no panic right there, able to settle under it. And now it's Gabby Rivera with 2 down and nobody on. She's 0 for 2.
And I give credit to Twinsburg. They haven't had a lot of hard hit balls, so it's nice to see that, even if it didn't result in an out.
Well, Dye, I think, had seen enough of those first pitch fastballs going by for a strike, as Rivera takes that one downstairs for a ball. 1-2, or 1-0, I'm sorry. But Dye going right after that first pitch fastball did well to do something with it, just couldn't quite find some turf. That one hit towards the first baseman Rhodes, but it's foul, according to home plate umpire George Goulis. So the count will even up at 1-1. And it's 5-0 Comets. If Amherst can hang on to win, they're on to Friday's regional title game, where it'll either be Walsh Jesuit or Maslin Perry against them. Here's the 1-1. That one lifted high and foul just over top of the Comet dugout here on the first base side. So 1-2 the count here on Rivera. Gabby, a .315 hitter coming into this one. But again, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside, 2-2. Karina has been tremendous today. 10 strikeouts, all brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Looking for another one here to get her team out of the inning. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Rivera well underneath the fastball. Strikeout number 11 for Karina Schuster, brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. Amherst still in front of Twinsburg, 5-0 here on WEOL.com and on that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Pirch, Lexi Fenton, and Brianna Blankenship due up for the Comets here in their half of the 6th. Amherst already leads Twinsburg 5-0. Comets looking to tack on some more insurance here. First pitch from Basil is lifted. Foul out of play right behind us. Nice catch over there in foul territory. 0-1 the count here on Samantha Pirch. Samantha today is 1 for 2. She singled in the first and then popped out in the 4th. Ava Basil still working for Twinsburg in the circle. Here's the pitch. That one misses well upstairs over the glove of Galuppi. Basil having a quick laugh about that one. 1-1 the count.
I got to hand it to both these pitchers, Schuster and Basil. They have done some great work on the mound.
Well, Schuster, you know, we've been familiar with what she brings to the table for Amherst, given our coverage of them over recent years, but it's our first time seeing Ava Basil, and I've been nothing but impressed by her resilience here this afternoon as that one misses upstairs to Pirch, 2-1.
Resilience is the key word there, because not only has she survived the 4 spot that they gave up in the first inning, but a comebacker as well.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, Ava Basil took a line shot right off the midsection in that first inning, in addition to giving up those 4 runs. Not that one correlates with the other. That's not what I'm getting at, is that one misses, 3-1 the count. But nonetheless, she took one right off the midsection, had a couple of moments to collect herself, and has been tremendous from the circle since then. Just the 1 run allowed after that first inning and a couple of base hits. Here's the 3-1. That one in there for a called strike. 3-2 count is full now on Samantha Pirch, the sophomore left fielder. She made a nice diving defensive play earlier this afternoon. Hirsch.
Yeah, we've seen some great defensive plays from both sides.
That's what you get here at the regional semi-levels. The Sweet 16, it's sweet for a reason. Here's the 3-2. Pirch fouls that one straight back. We'll do it again. Again for the Comets, this is their 4th regional appearance in 6 seasons. Beating Maslin and Shaker Heights to get here for Twinsburg. It's their first regional appearance ever for their softball program. They knocked off conference foe Brecksville Broadview Heights 2-1 in the district final. Those two were co-champs in the Suburban League. That one fisted slowly towards the pitcher. Basil, low throw to first, but it's dug out nicely by Rivera to retire Pirch 1-3 on the putout.
And perhaps maybe a little bit of nerves coming into this one if you're Twinsburg, but I mean, I am very impressed by this team.
Yeah, again, had a really nice phone call with their second-year head coach, Ken Riley, beforehand. He'd been around their softball program before, did some middle school coaching in that regard, some travel ball coaching as well. But I think he's found a nice home now here with this Twinsburg program. I know he's going to lose a lot of seniors after this season, regardless of how today plays out. But I think it's a program in a nice spot moving forward. First pitch now to what is a pinch hitter for Amherst. That's Gloria Caserta batting now. So I will add Gloria to the scorebook here. She pinch hits for Lexi Fenton as that one fouled straight back off the catcher's mask, Galuppi. And she'll take a second to pause and collect herself. Home plate umpire George Goulis sharing a quick laugh, making sure she's okay, and she seems to be.
Again, credit to both of these catchers, 'cause I don't think I'd be able to handle that well.
No, I don't think I would either. I'm with you on that front. 0-2 the count here on Caserta. Gloria, a right-handed batter here against the righty Basil. Again, 0-2 the count here on her. Here it is. Strike 3 called as she just left the bat on the shoulders. Another strikeout for Ava Basil. That's number 6 for her. And another one brought to you by Lorain County Community College. So with 2 down, nobody on, the lineup turns back over to Brianna Blankenship. She is 1 for 3 today, singled, and then came around to score back in the first and a couple of flyouts after that. Again, 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Amherst leads 5-0. As you would assume, Karina Schuster, she'll be back on in the 7th to try to close this one out for the Comets. First pitch to Blankenship misses upstairs. 0-1, or 1-0, I'm sorry.
And again, we saw these bit, I don't want to say wild pitches, just a little bit high, a little past the catcher, but thankfully there are no Comets on the base paths.
Yeah, when Basil has missed, it has cost them a couple of times with a couple of wild pitches, plating some runs, but outside of those few, bad misses, she has been pretty efficient with her approach to these Comet hitters, as there's a big swing and a miss.
And I'm not knocking Basil by any stretch of the imagination, but Schuster has been just as effective.
That's the problem. You can be, 1-1's the count, as they had it mixed up on the scoreboard out there. It's one thing to be good, as Ava Basil has been today, but you got to be better than the opposition sometimes, and Karina Schuster has not allowed that to happen. That 1-1 pitch in there for a called strike, 1-2.
And I wouldn't say it's a lack of effectiveness on Basil's part by any means.
No.
It's just a lack of miscues on Schuster's part.
Yeah, and thinking back to that first inning, it was 3 straight infield singles. I mean, that's just tough to overcome.
Slowly hit balls.
Then a couple of hard hit softballs after that, so give the Comets credit there, but Basil's been pretty darn good outside of that. That one misses upstairs, 2-2. That's the name of the game sometimes, though. I mean, we know that. Baseball, softball, doesn't matter. They can be weird games. Sometimes you can feel like you're hitting the ball better than the other side, but if you don't have the results to show for it.
Well, the first run of the game did come on a wild pitch,
That
so
it did.
It's been an interesting game so far as we get a foul way back beyond the bleachers.
Count stays put at 2-2, and that's not to say that Twinsburg has hit the ball better than Amherst today. That's certainly not the case. The Comets have been the better team offensively, but just in terms of what that first inning could have been limited to if you're Twinsburg and maybe how things could have played out differently after that. But Comets still lead 5-0. 2-2 misses well upstairs. A good take there by Blankenship. She runs it full now to 3-2.
But you have to give it to these Tigers. I mean, they've held firm ever since.
Yeah, no question.
Aside from the 1 run they gave up in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, I mean, defensively they've made some really nice plays. Basil's been great from the circle since that first. Here's her 3-2 to Blankenship. That one misses upstairs. Ball 4. The second walk surrendered by Basil today. Blankenship will reach for the second time today. So now it's Sienna Redman, the freshman center fielder for the Comets. 2 for 3 today. A bunt single and a run scored in the first, grounded out in the second, and then doubled and scored back in the 5th. Leah Sprague brought her home with that RBI double. Here's the pitch. That one misses upstairs, 1-0. 2 down, 1 on for Amherst. Comets lead Twinsburg 5-0. Amherst looking to get back to the regional title game, where they await the winner of tonight's game, Walsh Jesuit and Maslin Perry. The 1-0 misses upstairs, 2-0 throw down, gets by the shortstop covering the bag, but Taylor Dye in center right there to back her up. So Blankenship can go no further, but she will swipe second on the stolen base.
And a nice job by Dye there. If she doesn't back that up effectively, we may have that runner on third.
Yep. 2-0 the count now on Redmond. Golden RBI opportunity here for her. It would be number 30 if she can do it, as that one misses. Should be 3-0 now to Redmond, I believe. Blankenship continuing to dance off that second base bag, but nothing doing there. Basil's pitch, that one in there for a called strike. Yeah, so it is 3-1, says home plate umpire George Goulis. I thought that was the case. He's been on it, man. I give him credit. He's been tremendous behind the plate here this afternoon. Here's the 3-1 to Redmond. Big swing and a miss. She may have chased after one upstairs, and she knows it. Head coach Lacey Reichert saying, Eddie, just take a breath. Still got a big one left.
Getting back to your point about the officiating here, no problems from the blue crew, and by that I mean the umpires.
Look at you. A little alliteration over here, or maybe just a
rhyme.
There you go. That one misses for ball 4. Back-to-back walks here surrendered by Basil. It's her third base on balls that she's allowed. So now runners on first and second for the Comets as Leah Sprague gets set for her 4th at bat. She's 2 for 3 today. Singled and scored in the first, grounded out in the second, and an RBI double back in the 5th.
And the important number here for Basil is 2. That's how many outs there are, so all you need is a strikeout here and you're out of it.
First pitch to Sprague, that one misses outside, 1-0. Much easier said than done against the likes of Leah Sprague. We have certainly become accustomed to her athletic success here on WEOL.
Coincidentally, too, also Basil, her number.
Basil's number, yeah. There you go. Here's the 1-0 from Ava. That one misses well upstairs, 2-0. So is Basil maybe losing things a bit here now in the 6th?
Well, she's hung tough for 6 innings here now. 5 2/3, I should say.
Sprague a chance to really close this one out. Again, 5-0 already, a sizable advantage with how good Schuster's been. Sprague, healthy cut there, fouling it straight back. 2-1. Kenna Dorbeck would be next.
Don't necessarily need a strikeout here. I know I said that earlier, but you just need a ball put in play. You can get the out.
Got to get out of it. Here's Basil's 2-1 to Sprague. That one lifted high and foul out of play. So count will even up now at 2-2. Get another reminder later this afternoon in about an hour and a half, a 5 o'clock first pitch over in LaGrange. It's Keystone and Girard in district semifinal baseball. Jared Kozar, Zach Sprague have the call for you there. Here's the 2-2. That one, it runs in and gets a piece of Leah Sprague. Went off the foot of Leah. So that will load the bases as Blankenship moves to third. Revman on down to second, and Sprague takes her spot at first after the hit by pitch. First hit batsman for either side today, and will that be it for Ava Basil as they go out to have a conversation. Now, I did not introduce myself to head coach Ken Riley beforehand, and I have not seen Twinsburg before, so I'm not sure which one is Ken. But I think that will be it for Ava Basil, and
yes,
it is. And you can see the emotion on her. She knows she gave it a great effort today, and I think her teammates and supporters will know that as well. It's not going to make her feel any better right now. We know how that goes with athletes, as she'll get some hugs and congratulations in her dugout. We'll have a pitching change here at Berea. Amherst leads Twinsburg 5-0. Pitching change for the Tigers. We're back after this.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
So it's Riley Velikin onto the circle for Twinsburg as Ava Basil, beg your pardon, her afternoon is done. She's responsible for all 3 runners out there as Velikin tries to get her team through the rest of the inning, and that won't help. A wild pitch gets by the catcher Galuppi, and another run will score as that's Brianna Blankenship racing across the plate. Redmond up to third, Sprague on down to second. As with Dorbeck now, that's twice that's happened with her up, where a run has scored on a wild pitch during her at bat. 1-0 the count for her, 1-1 now after she fouls that one third base side. 6-0 is the Comet lead now. After that run came home to score. Not sure who took over for Velikan at third. I don't think that's Basil over there. I think they did some shifting around. Did Twinsburg defensively. We'll try to get that sorted for you if we can, as that pitch runs inside to it's Dorbeck. I'm sorry, 2-1 the count. 1 run already across for the Comets here this inning, 2-1 the count.
Does Twinsburg have numbers on the front of their jerseys? I don't believe
no, they're
they do.
just on the back.
Okay.
As a big swing and a miss, good off speed there by Velikan to get Dorbeck out on her front foot. Count evens up at 2-2.
And now you're just one good pitch away from getting out of this one.
6 already, going to be a lot for Twinsburg considering how good Karina Schuster has been for the Comets, but Velikan, all she can do is keep it there if she can. That one gets nearly by Galuppi again, but Sophie able to keep that one more in front of her. Count runs full now at 3-2. Runner at third is Sienna Rebman. Leah Sprague stands on second for Lacey Reichert's Amherst Comets, trying to get to the Elite Eight. Waiting on either Walsh Jesuit or Maslin Perry later today, as there's a swing and a miss. Dorbeck down on strikes for the second time today, and another strikeout for Twinsburg. Pitching brought to you by Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future. Last chance for Twinsburg. They trail Amherst 6-0 as we'll head to the 7th. We're back after this.
At Nick Abraham Elyria. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com. At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, lease the 2026 GMC Sierra for only $229 a month for 24 months. We make it that easy.
So it'll be Kenzie Sweeney, Riley Velikan, Allie Gernak all due up for Twinsburg here in their top half of the 7th. They need 6 to try to keep their season alive. And that seems like a near impossible task with how good Karina Schuster has been today. Not just today, but all season long, really. As that one misses for a ball, 1-0. Kenzie today is 1 for 2. She grounded out back in the first and then singled in the 4th. 1-0 in there for a called strike, 1-1. Twinsburg with just 2 base hits here today. So you can see why it might be hard to see them getting 6 runs across, let alone 6 hits off of Karina Schuster. That one roped hard but foul down the third base line, so the count now moves to 1-2.
Might not have been in fair territory, but that's what you want to see.
Yep. Got to get it started somehow, some way. Kenzie trying to do that for Twinsburg. Schuster takes a peek at her catcher, now fires. Breaking ball, nearly caught the outside corner. You can tell Kenzie Sweeney doing everything she could to kind of just sit back on that one, and she did well to take it. Count evens at 2-2. Schuster working quickly here is her 2-2 pitch. That one high, but foul out of play. That one right behind Kristen. She's going to hear me one of these days. We'll do it again, though, at 2-2.
She's focused.
Well, that's that camera's worth more than my salary, I'm pretty sure, over there. So,
well, if it's more than your salary, it sure is more than mine.
Could it be more than us combined, Hurst?
I would venture to guess,
Then we really can't risk her doing that. That one is lifted deep to left field. Back goes the left fielder, and it's gone! Kenzie Sweeney unloading on that 2-2 pitch. She'll take the round trip for the 12th time this season. And Kenzie Sweeney making sure her Tigers will not be shut out here this afternoon. Big blast there for Kenzie. And that makes this a 6-1 ball game. Man, oh man, nice piece of hitting there by Kenzie Sweeney. And sometimes that's what happens when you throw as hard as you do if you're Karina Schuster, right? I mean, she provides a lot of that power with how hard she throws. So hitters just need to square it up, and Kenzie Sweeney did right there.
And who knows, that could be the spark that leads to something good for the Tigers. Let's see.
First pitch now to Riley Velikan in there for a called strike, 0-1. Riley 0 for 2 today, struck out and then reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. Swings and misses at the 0-1 there, 0-2. So we'll see if Karina Schuster can recalibrate after giving up the long ball. Has Velikin again quickly down 0-2. Again for Sweeney, her 12th home run of the year. Here's the 0-2. That one hit hard and foul down the right field line as Brianna Blankenship went racing after it, but unable to get there. Velikin, a .420 hitter this season. As head coach Lacey Reichert barking out from the dugout, trying to make sure her team stays dialed in. Here's the pitch from Karina. Swing and a miss as Velikin went chasing after the fastball. Strikeout number 12 for Karina, brought to you by our friends at Lorain County Community College. Your year, your classes, your future.
Well, at least in terms of immediate response, Schuster stepped up.
No question about that. As let's see if we maybe have a pinch hitter here. Allie Gernack would be next, and I don't think that's her with the bat in hand in front of that on-deck circle. We'll see if we can get a number on that. It'll be 21 for 9, so that's Taylor Koretsky. Taylor Koretsky steps in now. Pinch hitting for Allie Gernack, who was 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts.
And I can report now the Guardians have defeated the Washington Nationals 3-2.
Thank you, Hirsch. Gernack tries the slap hit, but it goes foul, third base side. 0-1 the count on her.
Cade Smith getting his 19th save on the year.
How about that? Good to see Cade starting to figure things out. I know he's had a couple of rocky outings this season. Earlier this year, you could say they were a bit rocky, but he seems to have answered that. Here's the 0-1. That one is slapped towards the third baseman, Fenton. She's all over it, though. Strong throw to first in time to get the speedy Koretsky. 5-3 on the putout, and now the Comets 1 out away, Hirsch, from punching their ticket to Friday's regional title game. So it'll be Sophie Galuppi, the last chance here for Twinsburg. She's 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts.
And the winner of this game takes on Walsh, the winner of Walsh and
Maslin Perry.
Thank you.
First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0.
I was confused between the matchup we have going at 5 o'clock today and...
It's a lot going on, yeah.
Yeah.
Big swing and a miss there by Galuppi.
Of course, the
1-1 the count.
Game at 5 features the Girard versus Keystone.
The Girard Indians and the Keystone Wildcats. District semifinal baseball, 5 o'clock in Division 5. The 1-1 misses upstairs, 2-1. Jared Kozar, Zach Sprague have that one for you. Right back here on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. It's a different link, so you have to move over, but you can also find it on WEOL.com. As Galuppi behind on that fastball. So Twinsburg down to their final strike of the season.
For the record, you can also find it on Facebook.
There you go. Thank you, Hirsch. Here's the 2-2. That one lifted high and foul out of play. So we'll do it again. Make sure you guys check out the photos in tomorrow's Chronicle Telegram on this one. Also at ChronicleT.com. Kristen Bauer has been to our right for all 7 innings of this one, doing some tremendous work. I think she snuck in some photos of us, God help us. Here's the 2-2.
Don't break that expensive camera.
Into left field for a base hit, so Twinsburg will extend their season for now as Galuppi reaches on a single. 4th hit of the day for Twinsburg.
I don't know if she expensed that camera or it's whatever company she works for, but hopefully she didn't take too many pictures of us.
Can't have that.
I don't want that good-looking camera breaking.
Grace Nagel now climbs in.
And if it does, then I will take all responsibility because I feel like I'm more applicable to do that than you would be,
Don't
my
do that
friend.
To yourself, Hirsch.
Look at the rocket pop bat here.
I like that.
I like that.
Grace Nagel pinch hitting here, and she's down in the count quickly, 0-2.
Oh, great. I made that reference. Now I want ice cream.
Right. Nagel pinch hitting here for Ava Basil, who started the game in the circle for Twinsburg. Tigers again down to their last strike. Here's the pitch from Schuster. That one misses, according to home plate umpire George Goulis. Count moves to 1-2. Gonna make Karina earn this one up there on the circle.
Well, if there's anybody for the job, it's Schuster,
Okay.
at least today.
Here is the 1-2, swing and a miss. Nagel underneath. Another strikeout for Karina Schuster, her 13th. This one sends the Comets to Friday's regional final, where they will take on either Maslin Perry or Walsh Jesuit. Congratulations to Amherst head softball coach Lacey Reichert. Her Comets reaching the Elite Eight. Tremendous work by her team here this afternoon. 6-1, the final. They win it over Twinsburg. As we will head to our post-game show, that one brought to you by our friends over at Eco Tree Services. They are your complete tree care company. We'll see if we can catch up with head coach Lacey Reichert. We'll dive into the final numbers from this one and get you ready for tonight's Division V district semifinal baseball game between Keystone and Girard. But again, a final here. Amherst knocks off Twinsburg in the Sweet 16, 6-1. We're back with the postgame right after this.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Graduation season is here, so make North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco your one-stop graduation party spot. From crowd-pleasing Little Chet's Chicken to fresh jelly trays, cookie trays, and fully prepared party trays, they've got everything you need to feed your guests without the stress. Stock up on ice and drinks, snacks and desserts to keep the celebration going all day long. For everything you need for your graduate, except the diploma, stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads.
Looking to buy, sell, or refinance? Make sure your investment is protected with Network Land Title Agency. As a locally owned title and escrow company, Network Land Title helps safeguard you from financial loss caused by defects in a property title, giving you peace of mind every step of the way. With services available across all 88 counties in Ohio, their experienced team is ready to help wherever you are. Visit networklandtitle.com today. Network Land Title Agency, safeguarding your investment, ensuring peace of mind.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we make it that easy. Whether you're upgrading to a rugged Sierra or a refined Buick Encore GX, we make the experience better from start to finish. Right now, get the 2026 Buick Encore GX for as low as $24,890. We make it that easy. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, you're not just a customer, you're family. And this month, you pay what we pay. Right now, get employee pricing on all Ford vehicles. At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Well, excellent timing by you, my friend, playing the Eco Tree Services spot as we get into our Eco Tree Services post-game show. It's a final here at the Roehm Athletic Complex at Berea Mid-Park High School, home of the Titans, and it was the home for today's Division II Regional Semifinal game that sees Amherst victorious over Twinsburg by a final of 6-1. Final line score looks like this unofficially. Amherst with 6 runs on 9 hits. No errors committed defensively. They left 7 on base here today. For Twinsburg, just the 1 run. It was the home run by Kenzie Sweeney. 4 hits for them in total. No errors defensively. They left just 3 on base. As I know we don't really do a official player of the game here, Hirsch, but how could you not give it to Karina Schuster? What a job by her today. She stepped up to the plate. We can start with that. 1 for 3 with an RBI, but really it was her efforts from the pitching circle. Right, in softball, no bump out there. It's the circle. Marissa McNeese used to grill me on that one and says she winces every time she hears somebody call the pitching circle a bump because she's right. It doesn't bump. It's not elevated.
Well, I don't know. I've never met her, but I'm sure she would be quite upset with me today.
She is now in the Carolinas, I believe, as her husband is one of the recruiting guys for Duke baseball. But we don't have to go way down that path. Karina Schuster,
I'm sure she senses a disturbance in the force right about now.
I'm sure she did. But 13 strikeouts for Karina Schuster. She was dominant here this afternoon as she helps punch her team's ticket to Friday's regional final, where they await the winner of the nightcap here at Roehm Athletic Complex. It'll be my alma mater, Walsh Jesuit, taking on Maslin Perry as the Comets look to punch their ticket to the state Final Four. What a past couple of springs it's been now for Amherst baseball and softball. Last year, Comet baseball made it all the way to Canal Park. It was still called Canal Park at the time. They ultimately lose in the state title game to Anthony Wayne. And now the softball Comets, just 1 year later, a game away from getting to the state Final Four. And Well, baseball, by the way, still very much on the tournament trail, trying to get back to downtown Akron. So a lot of reasons to feel good about spring sports right now here at Amherst. Well, we're not at Amherst here, Berea, but for Amherst. Hirsch, you got some thoughts from this one, my friend?
Well, we talked about Karina Schuster. We also have to give some credit to Ava Basil. That's her counterpart for the Twinsburg Tigers.
Yep.
Of course, we've been mentioning it all afternoon, and why not? I mean, it was a very notable moment early on in the game. After a couple soft hit grounders, which ultimately paid off for the Comets, Basil took a comebacker right into the abdomen area and was understandably shaken up a little bit. Had to take a few moments to collect herself, but ever since that moment, she was lights out. She didn't quite make it through 6. She had to get pulled, but still a wonderful outing. It's just that Karina Schuster was just a little bit better, and I can't stress how slim that margin is.
Yeah, I would be in agreement with you on that one. But really up until then, and even in that first inning, it was some hard-hit softball, some infield singles, a wild pitch that was kind of her undoing. And really this game could have been a lot closer than that 6-1 final score may indicate. But, hey, that's why you play the games. And so give all the credit to the Amherst Comets. They punched their ticket to the Elite Eight. Again, awaiting the winner of the nightcap here at Berea. It'll be Walsh Jesuit and Maslin Perry. So Lacey Reichert, their head coach, making her way over. She'll get a quick hug there with athletic director Casey Wolf.
And one more thing while we wait for Coach to potentially speak with us for a moment. You mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, the difference in experience when it comes to between the Comets and the Tigers, and I really think that stood out in the first inning. Some really slow hit grounders kind of made things problematic for the Tigers, but it was some unfortunate miscues. We won't call them defensive errors because technically they weren't. A couple pass balls, a wild pitch or two, just set Amherst up for success, and they didn't really look back. Tigers really couldn't bounce back, although credit to them, their defense was about as locked down as they could get ever since that first inning. But unfortunately, against a team like Amherst, you can't really afford to make any mistakes, and unfortunately, that's just the case early on in this one. Could be nerves.
So here is Amherst head softball coach Lacey Reichert, as I'll make Hirsch sacrifice his headset there. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations to you. What a win for you and your girls.
Thank you very much.
4 spot in that first inning. Couple of infield singles. I know, their pitcher, she took one off the midsection. It was great to see her stay in after that one. Obviously, you guys were all very concerned with her after that one. But I guess just before diving into the X and O's, thoughts, feelings? I mean, you guys just won a regional semifinal game. You're on to the regional final. Probably a lot going through that head right now.
Yeah, I mean, we told the girls, early in the season we set 2 goals. One was to win the conference, and unfortunately we fell a game short of that. But, when that was over, we told them we have a bigger goal because everybody's going to remember what you do in the state tournament, and for us to be able to say we are in the regional championship in the Elite Eight, with a chance to play to go to state is unbelievable. Especially, when you have you start 3 freshmen and some sophomores who are inexperienced as well, but that's a credit to our 2 seniors and our 3 juniors that are out here, leading the way and showing the girls this is how we do things from year to year.
Where's the confidence level at with that group of girls right now?
Right now, pretty high. We'll reel them back in. Enjoy this. We'll reel them back in at practice tomorrow, and hopefully, whether it's Maslin Perry or whether it's Walsh, we're going to give them our best shot, and we know we're going to get somebody's best shot too. But I mean, they're playing with confidence, and anything can happen.
Well, Perry's who outed you guys a year ago, if I'm not mistaken, right? So I'm sure you and maybe some of those girls wouldn't necessarily hate another crack at those girls.
Sure. Yeah, Scott, he does a great job. I mean, they're here every year. Every year they're in the Sweet 16, and Scott, he does such a phenomenal job with those girls.
I think I saw them in the regular season against Avon last year, if I'm not mistaken. That's my only real experience with them. But let me talk about that first inning, or let me ask about that first inning, I should say. 4 runs against Ava Basil, their pitcher, and she, I thought, settled in pretty nicely about that. Both myself and Hirsch were kind of talking about that throughout the broadcast. So just how big was that first inning, getting 4 runs across, and did that maybe help Karina settle in a little bit as well?
Probably. I mean, we don't say a whole lot to Schuster, especially the way she was throwing. There was, no need to break her momentum, her in the zoneness. But yeah, anytime you put 4 on a team and you're playing from ahead, that's just such a huge advantage. And that was one of the things we told our girls. One of the keys to this game is if we can get ahead and we can score early. You know, we didn't want to play from behind. I mean, nobody ever wants to play from behind, but you know, our girls, our first 3 hitters didn't hit the ball out of the infield, and all 3 of them got on base, you know, which is a credit to them. Bree Blankenship, Roehm, and Leah hustling down the line. You know, we told them we got to execute. And we got bunts down today. We got a couple bunts down. We made routine plays. We told Kayla Rhodes that just that play, that pick she made at first, you know, picking the ball out of the dirt to get the out, just those things. You don't give teams extra outs, you know, and those energize your team too.
Well, you basically just said it. That was going to be my next question, your defense. And you mentioned Kalish. I think she made a couple of nice plays over there at first. Pierce made a diving play out there and left. I thought the left side of your infield was pretty solid for the majority of the game. How crucial is that at this point? You said it. I mean, extra outs. You can't give teams those at this juncture.
Right. And even like you can't give good teams extra outs. And you know, Twinsburg, you know, we know they can hit, and we know they can put up runs quick, and just to erase them one at a time like we did. You know, even like the routine ground ball to Leah where she flips to McKenna, we get the lead runner out at second. You know, just stuff like that, you know, because now a base hit doesn't score.
Right.
You know, and those are things we've talked about all season, and we told the girls those little things are what's going to win ball games, and those energized our team, and we never looked back.
Well, and I think most people, everybody should say after watching your team, this is a talented Comet softball team, but I think to your point there, it's a very smart softball team in that same token, isn't it?
Yeah, they are. You know, like I said, our seniors, they lead us, and they know the game so well. They're 4-year starters. All 3 of our juniors are 3-year starters, so they know the game. They know what's expected of them. They know what it takes to get to the Sweet 16. And now we know what it takes to win the Sweet 16 game. And, you know, even our young kids like Sienna Redmond, Morgan Limer, Fenton, you know, our young ones, they know the game. They know the game. And, you know, we don't necessarily make too many mental mistakes. So, and that's huge too. We can make the physical plays, and we don't make mental mistakes too often.
There you go. Well, Lacey, congratulations. Are you guys sticking around for the later one?
You know, I think we're going to send the girls home, but Coach Rossitano, Coach Dorbeck, and I, we're going to stick around and watch
why not, right?
a few innings of this, and yes, absolutely.
Might be a good game, if nothing else,
absolutely,
right? So there
it
you
should
go.
be.
Well,
two
congratulations.
good teams. So.
Congratulations again to you,
Thanks,
Coach.
Rocco. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you
Appreciate
so much.
you stopping by. It's Lacey Reichert, head coach of the Amherst softball Comets. Her team winners in the Sweet 16. They are on to Friday's Elite 8, taking on either Walsh Jesuit, who walks by our table now, or Maslin Perry. So, Hurst, tremendous job by you, my friend. As always, kind of some new systems and things in place here with you today, but you did a fantastic job as always. I had no doubt that would be the case, so a pleasure as always to work alongside you, my friend.
Thank you. I mean, I don't get a lot of opportunities to be a color analyst for any sport, so it's been about a decade since I've done it, since the Schoonover Stadium days in Kent State. By the way, meeting my friends for a 10-year reunion of sorts, and I can guarantee you this game is probably gone more smoothly than that's going to be on Saturday.
Well,
but
I'll take that.
I digress. I mean, there was no chance it was going to go any better than this game.
There you go.
But anyway, so my point is, I don't get to do this that often. Very happy to be here, and I'm even more happy to do it with you, my friend.
Well, it was awesome to have you. You are certainly one of our best. There's no question about that. A big thanks to everybody here at Berea Mid-Park High School for having us out. Big thanks to Lacey Reichert, head coach of the Amherst Comets, and his big thanks as well to Ken Riley, head coach of the Twinsburg Tigers. Congratulations to him and his girls on a fantastic season. It comes to a close today as Amherst is on to Friday's Elite 8 game, waiting on either Walsh Jesuit or Maslin Perry as Amherst knocks off Twinsburg today 6-1, the final score. So again, big thanks to both head coaches, and a big thanks to our sponsors, as today's WEOL Diamond Duel between Amherst and Twinsburg was brought to you by your North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. Network Lane Title Agency, providing real estate title insurance and escrow services across Ohio. Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for for good jobs. And our post-game sponsors, we conclude our post-game here. Our sponsor for that is EcoTree Services. They are your complete complete tree care company. So one more time for Nick Hershey and for everybody here at the Roehm Athletic Complex at Berea Mid Park. Amherst, a winner over Twinsburg. They're on to Friday's Elite Eight. They knock off the Tigers 6-1, the final score. Don't go anywhere, folks, because coming up at 5, we'll head over to LaGrange, where Jared Kozar and Zach Sprague have Division V District Semifinal baseball as the Keystone Wildcats get set to entertain the Girard Indians in about an hour from now. So until then, have a great next hour, and we'll see you back here for some tournament baseball.